Hi, everyone. Before I forget, if you hear that squeaking, it's my chair. Before I forget, I came across this podcast recently called My Autism Disco, and the person who hosts it is called Hilda Mack. I know that's not her real name, but that's how she refers to herself. But it's called My Autism Disco. Um, it is like my new favorite podcast, and there's only there's 10 episodes, but I really think you should listen to it. Like, if you don't mind sweary language and you want to hear somebody that has like really good shit to say, I would recommend checking that podcast out. I'm only on like the second episode, so if it takes a turn for the worse after that, don't blame me, but I don't think it will. Like, it's really good. This lady's hilarious, and she shares some like real shit. Like, I really like it. I just wanted to say that, so go check it out. um Please hear me out with this. I know for a fact that I will not make this a long episode because I said I wouldn't talk about therapy anymore, so that's why I didn't put it in the title, because I wanted to kind of like lure you into the episode, but you can leave. You're already gone. I had therapy and we did EMDR today. And I'm just getting on here to say, that shit fucking works. We did like, I don't know, was it 35 minutes of it? And a couple of memories popped up that I hadn't. Sorry if I'm talking loud. Like, when I'm anxious, because like I feel like I'm always anxious, but I'm not. But when I'm anxious, like, I have no concept sometimes of like my volume. Like, does it sound loud? Does it not? Like, I don't know what's going on. Oh my god, the dry mouth. Why do I record right after I do things, you might wonder? Well, because this is when it's fresh, and I'll forget about it later or whatever. I don't know. Well, plus also, I don't know, sometimes I don't think it hurts to hear somebody talking not quite orderly. I don't fucking know. Anyways, I got back from therapy. I had a good session. Some shitty memories came up that it turns out I've got repressed memories too. I think everybody does, don't they? Like, if they grew up in toxic home environments. But yeah, like they involved of like verbal and physical abuse from my mother, and pretty much like all of the things that popped up in my brain today during the session was like just one bullshit thing after another regarding my mother. And then my dad came up a little bit too, more so because it really bothered me that he did nothing to come to my defense when I was a kid. Like, he would just watch her like throw me up against the wall, or, like treat me like garbage, say the meanest things she can think of, and he would never intervene. And that sucks. It's so bad to have a passive parent like that. Because to me, that's just right up there with the parent that was abusive. Like, he's right up there with my mom, even though he didn't do anything physically or verbally toward me. You had the ability and you did nothing. Anyways, so like a couple of those memories came up, and they weren't very good ones, obviously, but I wasn't as distressed about them as I maybe thought I would be. And so at the end, like, I had asked her for like 10 minutes to talk after, just in case. And so when we stopped, we processed through some of the things that I had mentioned, and she did that scale thing again. If you've been listening, it's like, I'm not good at talking out loud. That's not an apology. That's just a fact, just in case anybody was wondering. Oh no, I forgot what I was going to say. This is not good. Oh my god, what was I saying? Therapy, EMDR. Okay, I think I'm on the right track. So I had told Tia that if I had started therapy several years ago and done EMDR right away, I would not be doing very well right now. Because she would ask me questions like, how you feel in your body after like talking about this, and I feel fine. Like I felt disappointed in my parents after like remembering that shit, and it's not like that feeling's anything new for me, but I told her I didn't feel anything different in my body. But I knew what she was referring to, and I did feel like, I mean, the mind body connection is definitely like, if you don't believe that, I don't know what to tell you, because they're definitely related. And when I had first cut off my family, like I stopped talking to them, I felt it in my head, in my body. It was like a pit in my stomach. It just didn't feel good. And so therapy does help. I mean, like, she taught me lots of skills to deal with like my feelings and blah 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 blah. If you're in therapy, you already know like how that goes. Um, I'm glad that like we didn't get into it right away, because I don't think I would have kept going to therapy if we had, because I was just easing myself into the process of like, okay, I'm here, like if anything too intense had happened like at the very beginning, I would have pieced out. Do people still say that anymore? Probably not. I'm old. But the scale, I did better on both of the numbers. So, I don't know what those numbers are. I just know that, like, I know, yeah, I'm not going to say the numbers because I already forgot them. But I just know I moved up on the scale of, like, valuing myself and feeling like I'm good enough. I moved up on that scale. And then on the other scale, oh wait, maybe I stayed the same. Yeah, I stayed the same on the other scale, which was my belief that I'm unlovable. Unlovable. I stayed the same there, which is a 5 out of 10. I'm not going to do numbers. So when she said that, like, so I was like, wait a minute, so that's a good thing, right? And she's like, yeah. I was like, does that mean that EMDR is working? And she's like, it appears so. So that's like great, guys. Like, EMDR fucking works. It's not like I didn't know before, but I don't know. I'm skeptical of things sometimes, because as rational as I think I am, I'm also not. Like, I don't know. I couldn't wrap my mind around how, like, following a light with my eyeballs and thinking about something that pops into my brain is going to help me process it better. And I still don't understand that. That's so fascinating. I don't understand. I can't. It doesn't make sense in my head. I just know that, like, I feel different. And I feel different in, like, a better way. And not just, like, from today's session, but just, like, in general, like, I don't know, I feel like more laid back, and I'm usually not very laid back. I mean, I am, but I'm not. I've been feeling more content, like, and it's not just like a feeling from like, oh, like how your emotions change like every so often. It's not like that. It's just like a sense of contentment, and some other things I don't know how to put into words quite yet. But this is hopeful. Because like I asked her, I said, so like what is kind of like, how do people wrap up EMDR? And she had mentioned that like the goal is to get to zero, or not zero. The goal is to get to like on the places of the scale where like you do feel like, I do feel like I'm lovable, and I do feel like I'm enough. And like if I'm at whatever the numbers are at the highest of that, then like I guess I'm cured. She didn't say cured, but that's good news. So out of all of the EMDR sessions so far, this is by far the best, because like now it seems measurable. Like, okay, she's doing her little scales and she's taking notes and she's helping me process through things, and she's telling me that like it's helping, and I feel like it's helping. So I'm shocked. It's not like I didn't think it would, but like, no, I kind of didn't. I didn't think it would. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't think I thought. I'm not apologizing. I can't believe I feel this way. This is crazy, and I don't even know how to fully express it to you guys. But but it's a good feeling. And I guess I'm just going to leave it at that. If anybody is new and listening out of order, I am definitely not the person to come to for any educational anything. Like, I'm not. I mean, I would come to me on like a platform where I write. Go there for like educational stuff or whatever, because I just can't say that shit it doesn't come out of my mouth. But yeah, just EMDR works. I don't know why. I don't understand this completely. And usually not understanding something completely, like, that doesn't sit well with me. But, like, I actually feel like it's okay that I don't completely understand how this works. And if there's anybody out there, like, I mean, Tia has explained it to me in a few different ways. I've read stuff online. I just can't get that to click in my mind where it makes sense. So if there's anybody out there that has done EMDR or provides it as a therapy, would you perhaps have a better way of explaining this to me? Not like a long like email, but like, I don't know. Like, I just needed to click in my mind, but I guess that's not that important. The most important thing is it's helping me, and I just wanted to share that in case there's anybody out there that this information will help you decide whether or not to do EMDR. So, yeah, I know I said I wasn't talking about it anymore, but I guess I probably will. But I won't cloak it and change the title of the episode to something different to lure you in here. Okay, thank you for listening. Goodbye.